Today our two teams are going to be bargain spotting in the fabulous Mediterranean French port of Marseille.
It's a mere 30 quid.
Get it? But will they be able to pick the best bargains, or are they going to get distracted along the way?
That with a computer screen there, widescreen tell, oh, fantastic.
And when it comes to selling on their goods, which team is going to bag the biggest profits? A swelteringly warm welcome to marvellous Marseille, the second largest city in France. And with its natural harbour and perfect position halfway along the Mediterranean coast, this has been an ideal place for merchants to ply their trade since the 7th century BC. In fact, it has a long and noble tradition of wheeling and dealing in exotic goods. So if our contestants are smart today, they should be able to net some really tasty things to tempt the buyers back at home. Marseille really hit its stride in the mid-19th century when trade routes with French North Africa were at their busiest. With the opening of the Suez Canal in 1869, the city became Europe's premier boom town, attracting immigrants in their thousands and establishing the melting pot that gives the place its exciting cosmopolitan flavour. Goods were imported here from all over the world, making it a great place for hunting down exciting artefacts. In a city that's built by the sea, it's no accident that the main gastronomic speciality of the area is bouillabaisse, that wonderful traditional spicy French fish soup that's made up of all sorts of different seafood. And to get their hands on the really best ingredients, then the good cooks of Marseille come here to the Quai de Belge, where there is absolutely no questioning the freshness of the produce. But it's time now for us to meet today's contestants and see if they can cook up a storm in quite a different sort of market. Competing to spot the best bargains today in a Marseille antique market are two sisters who definitely won't be pulling their punches when it comes to bagging the best buys. Kerry is 30 years old and Blackburn, born and bred. When she's not working in primary care for the NHS, she's got her hands full with her husband and 2 young children. Her dad used to buy and sell antiques, and she's developed a taste for retro objects from the 50s and 60s.
For me as a little girl, my dad bought lots of things and we used to have the house full of antiques. He also then went on to have an antique shop, so I've been around him buying and selling most of my life, really. He still does, even though he's retired, so it never goes, I don't think.
Offering Kerry a helping hand today is Jonty Herndon, whose expert knowledge on furniture and household objects should prove a real asset at today's market. Kerry's kid sister Deborah is also a chip off the old block, and she's picked up her dad's talent for closing good deals. Deborah juggles working for her local Lancashire council with bringing up 2 young sons.
When it comes to collecting, I have a bit of a magpie mentality. Anything shiny and sparkly, bit of this, bit of that. So it's not one particular thing that I like. So I sort of go through phases, liking things and then falling out of love with it. So there's all sorts of things that I like.
Making sure that Deborah gets her hands on the best bargains is Mark Franks, who's been dealing in French antiques and collectibles for over 10 years and knows the turf like the hairs on his chin. Well, our team seemed pretty evenly matched to me, so let battle commence. Morning, bargain spotters.
Morning, Angela.
You all raring to go?
We are, yes.
Yes.
Great. Now, Kerry, what are you going to be looking for particularly today?
I'm interested in wood items, so maybe a small piece of furniture, something nice and fancy.
Something nice and fancy. So you're going to find that here, Jonty?
Yeah, there's always a small amount of furniture around, and I've spotted a few things already, so I can't wait to go.
What about you, Deborah? I think quirky's what you're looking for, isn't it?
Yeah, I like quirky items, something a little bit exotic perhaps, hopefully.
Exotic and quirky? Well, you've started off with Mark, so
Yeah, I'm definitely quirky. I'm not too sure about being exotic. There's a huge amount and a different array of stuff here, so I think we'll be absolutely laughing today.
Oh, good.
And just remember the golden rules, both of you. You're not buying for yourselves. You've got to think, is it collectible or is it rejectable? Now, there's your money bags. You've got £350 worth of euro in each of them. Enjoy spending it. Jonty, Mark, your books so that you can keep a record of everything that they buy today. So if you're all set, belt up, let's get buying.
is what you need for your garden.
I bet you've got them in yours, haven't you?
I've got loads in my garden.
I knew you would have.
But I don't need any more.
See if there's any damage. Feel that's chipped off. It would have had another piece like that. 40, merci. 28 quid. Not in a month for Sundays. Thank you very much.
Well, while the teams are getting started, let me just remind you how this works. Now, both of our competitors have got £350 worth of euros. They have to spend all of it, and they must buy at least 10 items, which they then take back to the UK and sell in a market there. And whoever makes the most money is the winner. So let's go see how they're doing.
What about that?
What, this huge iron? It's horrible.
No, not this.
That is fantastic.
That is so pretty. Oh.
That huge chip kills it. It should be like that. It's a beautiful triangle. It's fantastic. Look at that. Look, it's just a big lump of Art Deco glass. Feel the weight of that.
Oh, gosh.
Isn't it fantastic?
Yeah.
Oh, that's very French. That's a little stand for a kettle
Right.
to place in the middle of a table. They fold. You see they have this concertina action like so. They're very decorative, but that's not particularly very nice. It's quite plain.
Well, just goes to show that not every kettle stand is a hot proposition.
If it was in perfect condition, I would not accept less than £200 for it. It's a fantastic, stunning lump of glass. But unfortunately, it's rejectable.
Now, if you fancy sampling the Marseille melting pot yourself, you can fly direct from the UK. Or if you're going to be hiring a car to explore further afield in Provence, you may be able to get a cheaper deal flying into a nearby airport like Nîmes. With its busy port, it's no surprise that Marseille has a reputation for antiques with a nautical or maritime theme. And if our teams are lucky, they might end up sailing off with a few. Other good markets are held monthly in the nearby towns of Mérima and Auban. Well, while our contestants have been outside buying up the market, I've been here in the brocante stalls looking for today's bonus item. And I found something rather interesting. This is a little piece of Art Deco. It's made out of rosewood, chrome and glass. And in the 1920s or 30s, it would have sat on a very elegant French dining room table and taken bread, those wonderful French breadsticks. Now, Art Deco is very collectible at the moment, so whoever wins this off me a little later, they can take it back, sell it for whatever they can get for it, and that could swing the competition. So, this is pure profit. Back outside, Mark is trying to prove that he can parler français with the best of them.
Le lustre. Le lustre. Quite nice, isn't it?
And while Mark's going for gold, John T's got his eye on something rather less glamorous.
You see this? This?
This?
Yeah, what do you think about that?
I think he's horrible. Really nasty. No, I don't like it.
Do you think we'll be able to sell that on? Do you think there's a market for that sort of...
Definitely.
Yeah.
And the good thing about it, it's been rewired at some stage, so you've got the free wire, so somebody could use that straight away if they wanted. They wouldn't have to rewire it. That's really helpful.
It needs a jolly good strip down and a paint, but that's exactly what a dealer would think of. I mean, for me, I look at that table and think, yeah, back home, these are very commercial.
You're convincing me nearly.
I'm
but
trying to
no,
sell
no.
this to you. So what you do is actually sit 6 people around a table like this. The base here will always tilt up and the whole thing can slide away quite
pull around.
conveniently.
Yeah, I like the way that all the gold's peeling off of it. It's got a nice peely feel about it, isn't it?
Yeah.
I can see that in a really airy conservatory, or even in a nice hallway. Combien, madame?
25 euros, monsieur.
Oh, trop cher. Is it possible 25?
Non, bon, 28. Allez.
C'est bon. Merci beaucoup. OK, that's not bad. So that works out to 14, 17 quid, something like that, 18 quid. I think you've got to be at least a double up on that.
Well, the Golden Boy seems to have won Deborah round with his £18 chandelier, but will Kerry ever be convinced by John T's mouldy old table?
That will look really good outside or inside as well.
Right,
But
okay.
if that's the right price, remember we're selling back home in the summer as well.
Yeah,
People
so-
are thinking
yeah, okay.
outdoors.
Right.
So antiques, like any other business, is seasonal.
What about
So-
the flowers?
Well, I don't know. Those
not
are
gonna bother with
rejectable.
them,
But I
right.
think if these are the right price, one should
Okay.
go for something like this.
Right, OK.
Have I sold it to you?
You have, yes.
OK,
yes.
well, let's go and find out the price.
1 minute, what about this clock? Look, I'm gently moving it back. Cherub on top, bronze. It's about 100 years old, roughly. It's not marble, as a lot of people think. It's black slate. And it opens up. It's a lovely porcelain face, hand-painted on there. What do you think?
Would that bronze originally have gone with the clock?
Well, whether it goes with it or not, that's 70 quid he wants for it.
I think it's a bit risky.
Do you want to think about it?
I think we should.
Right, let's carry on looking. Come on.
No.
C'est possible pour 40? Oui, 40? Merci, monsieur. We've got it for under 30 quid, so are you happy about that?
Yeah.
Well, it's not easy on the eye, but at £27, it shouldn't be too hard to make a profit on that table back in the UK. So, with one purchase apiece, both teams are now off and running. If you fancy visiting Marseille's Madragueville market, then it's located just a few minutes' drive from the city centre. From 7 in the morning every Sunday and most Saturdays, over 60 stallholders gather outside here, while there are plenty more bargains to be found in the enclave of small specialist shops inside the main warehouse. Oh, and there's also a huge food market right next door, which should help our teams keep their strength up as the competition intensifies. When you look around at some of these prices, there's nothing particularly cheap in this part of the market. I mean, is it still worthwhile people thinking in terms of investing in antiques for the future?
Well, antiques are like most things. I've got a great example here, OK? We've got a bureau there, and you've got a desk. Over the past few years, bureaus have gone down in value and desks have gone up. Now, have you any idea why?
With this one, probably because it's got a few bits missing on it, but apart from that, I can't imagine.
Generally speaking, that's not a great example, but think about your computer.
Ah, it's the space.
Yeah, this big, ugly white box, you can't fit it in there, but this accommodates it perfectly. As time goes on, when people have more and more laptops and less of those big boxy things, I think bureaus and Davenports will go up in value again, but desks are doing particularly well at the moment. The bigger the desk, the better the money. Unfortunately, this is a bit out of our league.
It is a bit, isn't it? Of course, Mark, the whole point of this exercise is to buy things, hopefully cheap here, and sell them at a profit back in England. But
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, but is there anything we can sell to the French and make a profit on?
Here's a great example, leather Chesterfield sofa. Now, if you look at this one, for example, it's a price on it, £1,000. Yeah. That's quite a lot, isn't it?
It's a lot of money, but how much would you pay for something like that back in Britain?
Well, what this has got going for it is, if you look at the cushions, they're nicely worn. It's got a nice feel to it. I would expect to be buying that for £200 to £400 in the UK.
Wow, you'd make a real profit on that.
You'd make a good profit. Take into account that the dealer will give you a discount on that, so there's a fair chance to double your money.
Not bad.
But it's still here, it's not sold.
Exactly. But sitting around isn't something people do a lot of in Marseille, a city that's raised hustling and bustling to an art form. With a population in its urban area of over 1.2 million, the city can feel quite daunting. But the best way to orientate yourself is to keep a lookout for the rather distinctive stripy church that's perched on a peak overlooking the old port. Paris may have its Eiffel Tower and Rome its Colosseum, but Marseille has its Notre Dame de la Garde, known affectionately to the people of Marseille as La Bonne Mère, the Good Mother. Building started in 1853 and the Byzantine-style interior was finally finished off nearly 50 years later, complete with mosaic floors from Venice. The whole thing is topped off with a golden Madonna and Child who enjoy stunning views out across the city. From the top of the basilica, you don't just get a sensational view of the city and the port. You also see Marseille's version of Alcatraz. That spooky little island out there is called Chateau d'If, and it does have a real prison on it. But its most famous prisoner is, in fact, a creation of literary imagination. Alexandre Dumas wrote a book called The Count of Monte Cristo. It's all about a man who was wrongfully imprisoned, who made his escape disguised as a corpse, and then went back to Paris to confront his enemies. It's good stuff. Meanwhile, Deborah and Kerry are starting a new chapter in their epic antiques hunt and heading indoors.
Wow, look at this.
This is good.
It's overflowing with antiques.
I've never been to anywhere like this before, have you?
Oh, yes, I love markets like this.
Yeah.
Was the market what you expected?
A place like this, not this size. There's so much choice and diversity between everything. That's nice.
Yeah, but what is it?
Oh, it's nice.
It's nice, OK.
It is, it's good.
OK.
Yeah?
But what can we use it for?
I would put coloured water in it And put either coloured glass or coloured marbles or something.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think it'd be nice because the angles on it will reflect really well. It'd look nice.
Well, I'm not disputing the fact that it's an interesting shape. I think this hexagonal form, and it's all glass.
Yeah.
And you've got this lovely chrome tap. And with that, it has to be pre-war, I reckon. There's also got the brackets on the back there where you can suspend it from the wall. What it was originally used for, I'm not quite sure. Maybe water, so that you've got something easily to dispense some chilled water from.
Would you not like it in your house? I would. It's nice.
You like it?
I love it.
Well, it's your money.
Well, I'll tell you, if it doesn't make a profit, I'll put what's in.
OK. Well, the price at the moment is about 40 quid, so we've really got to get that price down, I think.
Oh, Mark, these are a bit crazy. What do you think?
Ah, it's funny you should spot these, because these are by a famous artist called Louis Wain. Now, Louis Wain was predominantly in the late Victorian period, and his wife became ill, and he had a cat, and if I remember rightly, the cat's name was Henry. Anyway, eventually he became insane and was a schizophrenic. But during his life, he'd done mainly pictures of cats. Fantastic artist, and is really popular now. This one is great fun, and they started getting crazier as time went on. If these were original prints, we'd be sitting on an absolute fortune. So they've got to be worth a fiver each of anyone's money. But I'll tell you what I did like, that funky mirror there. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I think that's great.
That's a nice sunburst mirror.
Yeah.
Shall I try and get a price on the lot?
Well, as you said, always try for a bargain.
Yeah, good girl.
Mark doesn't pussyfoot around when it comes to haggling, and he gets the mirror and the Louis Wain prints for £19. Back inside, though, how are Kerry's bargaining skills coming along?
Do you want the best price?
Your very best price,
Very
monsieur.
best price.
Very best. I can do maybe 50.
That's too much. Too much. Too much. Could
It's 10 euros.
30 euros?
Ah, it's half price.
Yes?
Yes.
Can you do that for,
So, okay.
for the lovely lady?
Yes.
Yes? What a very nice man.
Only
Yes.
for pretty girl.
Well, there's no harm at all in using some feminine charm to get yourself a discount, and Kerry got that for half the asking price, and it's bound to dispense some profit. Well, our teams are doing well at brokering themselves some bargains, and I reckon they'll be leaving Marseille with quite a haul. Somehow, though, I don't think they'll bag quite as much booty as the Robert Labadis, a well-heeled and well-travelled 19th century couple who left a townhouse to the city, bursting at the seams with antique treasures. Well, this was a family that went in for collecting on the grand scale. On their tours around France and the rest of the world, they would pick up anything that really took their fancy. Only, unlike our contestants, they didn't want to sell them on. They wanted to keep them and live with them. So the house is full of the most beautiful objects. There are wonderful stained glass windows, furniture, pictures, clocks, porcelain, even musical instruments. They have amazing carpets and tapestries. It is an absolute Aladdin's cave of treasures. You know, I think our experts would have a field day here. Only trouble is, everything is just a bit outside their price range. Eclecticism was the name of the game in the 19th century, and wealthy families like the Robert Labadis hoarded everything from 16th century Provençal furniture to 18th century Flemish tapestries. And it's no accident that they were Marseillaise either, because with its prime trading position, the city has always been a place for mixing up a big bouillabaisse of different styles, just like the wares on offer in our market today.
Mark, what do you think of this?
Well. Yes, what is it? Aha! It's a sort of 70s cigarette dispenser and musical. I don't recognise the tune, do you?
Light my fire, perhaps, Mark? Or maybe smoke gets in your eyes?
Would you like to dance? Wait a minute. I thought you meant to have given up smoking.
Ah, I like the look of this. What do you think about this desk?
I love this.
Yeah?
Yeah. Do I need...
Now, once upon a time, I bet you that was a really cracking piece of furniture, but it's got layers and layers of actually gloss paint on the outside here.
Is the drawer missing?
No, the drawer's sort of stuffed right at the back there. There it is. You see that comes right there.
I like this.
Now, let's have hold on. Yeah, it's nice and heavy, which means it's probably a nice mahogany underneath there. So if we were to sell this back in the UK, then a piece of furniture like this needs to be sold to the trade.
Right.
Because the trade also need to put a nice leather on the top there.
Yeah.
Smoking is particularly un-PC at the moment. They're trying to ban it all over the world. I think it's got potential because it's got that kitsch factor. That's quite a nice picture there of a nice couple. Look, that's us. But who's going to buy it?
I would. There's a market out there for someone as quirky and unusual as me.
How old is it?
Date-wise, it's probably about 100 years old.
Right, is it?
It's got a real classical French elegance, this square tapering leg, and these applied panels that run around the side. Have you got a panel around the side there?
Yeah, we have, yeah. I like it.
Well, it's a piece of furniture that, as we say, has potential.
What about this sort of deco-styly clock? Very angular, mirrored front. When it comes to anything that's mirrored, really, really take into account condition. If you look at the edge, there's a little tiny bit of damage. In the UK, I'd want to be asking £20–25 for that.
Now, it's all down to price. I think we ought to find out what price it is first,
definitely.
Yeah. I also like this chandelier here.
Let's have a look.
Have a look.
Oh,
That's really nice. Isn't that nice sort of circular form?
It is, it's lovely.
That's great. Now, what have we got? It is 6 branch, isn't it? 6 branch.
Could actually use it for candles, though, couldn't you?
Yes, you could. Absolutely. Now, that applied to a ceiling back home would look really quite nice.
Yeah.
Date-wise, that's probably 20s, 30s.
Is it that old?
Yeah,
I've never thought it was that old.
I've just spoke to the lady. She wants £10 each from that's her best price.
Do you think that's a bargain?
I think my clock's a bargain. I'm not sure about your cigarette dispenser.
Will you make a profit on that, enough to justify buying that?
I'll tell you what we do. We'll see who does best. You buy that and I buy that, and let's see who does best back in the UK.
No
Deal?
problem. Yeah.
So it's Deborah's £10 cigarette dispenser versus Mark's £10 deco clock. But don't forget, you're supposed to be competing against the other team, guys, not each other. Fortunately, Jonty and Kerry are managing to see eye to eye on their latest deal.
So we've got the desk for just over 30 quid.
Which is fantastic.
Excellent
Fantastic.
news.
I'll have it myself, I think, at that.
No, we're there to sell. This, that's what, just over a tenner.
Which is brilliant.
Well, that chandelier looks like a bit of old scrap to me, guys, but I'm willing to be proved wrong. Our contestants are keeping a sharp eye out for Marseille's best bargains, but even the most eagle-eyed might be fooled by the rather special collectibles on offer in this small workshop on the city's outskirts. So what do you fancy, a nice golden delicious or maybe a really crisp Granny Smith? Yes, this does look like a typical Provençal fruit market, doesn't it? But I tell you, you would not want to sink your teeth into any one of these delicious-looking fruits because, in fact, they're all handcrafted out of ceramic. The skill that goes into making them is extraordinary. I mean, you really feel you could just slice into that Granny Smith and put it straight into an apple pie. So it's clearly not something that you learn overnight. The workshop was set up in 1952 by Marcel Figuère and his wife Gilberte, and it's still going strong in the capable hands of their sons, Eric and Robert. The art of trompe-l'oeil pottery has long had a tradition in Provence, but the Figuères have expanded their repertoire to include much more than simple fruit and veg. Well, this is the real nerve centre of the operation. There are moulds here in the workshop for every conceivable fruit, fish, shell, nut and biscuit. What happens is that the clay is poured into one of these moulds and left to set. When it comes out, it's put here in this massive kiln where the pieces are left for 12 hours to cook at 1,000 degrees centigrade. And they come out looking like this, ready for their first wash of colour. Now, during the process, they may go in and out of that kiln as many as 4 times as the various processes are baked. But you know, getting this colour so that it looks so lifelike is an extraordinary skill. It means mixing and matching all of these pigments here until you get the finished article, which I have to say looks incredibly lifelike. Surprisingly, early pieces from the Figuère workshop are now highly collectible, so it is always possible that our bargain spotters just might stumble across an early piece. Something like this, perhaps. Now, this is a prototype that was made by Papa Figuère back in the early 1950s. The people in Marseille said, we don't just want fruit, we've got lots of fish in this city. So he produced this. And the detail on these fish, it's really not as accurate as some of the pieces that are being produced in the workshop now. But nevertheless, this plate would sell for at least 150, if not £200. If you fancy visiting the Figuère workshop or indeed any of the other places featured on the series, then log on to bbc.co.uk/lifestyle.
What about that? Do you like that?
Oh, I love that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Back in the market, Deborah is putting her new glass testing skills to good use.
Feeling all right?
Feels all right?
Yeah.
No chips?
No,
Good?
not up to now.
It's lovely. Look at the colour of it.
Yeah, I
Look.
like that. Oh, cleaned up, that'll be beautiful.
It's like a little bonnet, doesn't it? It goes well with your top, I must say.
Oh, look at this lovely
lovely.
chest of drawers. Isn't
That's
that lovely?
nice,
That lovely shape to it, lovely form. Typically French. There's so much movement in the top of a French
Okay.
piece of furniture, and that's always accentuated in the drawers down below. Oh, that's a plyboard bottom to that.
Right, okay.
So that's probably the 1920s. Lovely thing.
It is very
but
pretty.
I think that's going to be
Go on,
far
how
too much
much?
money. What is it? 800 quid. Come on.
Well, we'll leave that.
What about one of these?
I
Do you
love
like
these,
that?
yeah.
It's got these lovely handles. I don't think they're the oldest things in the world, but I think they've got a bit of age.
Will they make profit for us?
Don't know how much they are yet. Should I go and find
well,
out?
yeah.
I mean,
That'd be a good idea.
what do you reckon we'd get for one of those? 30, 40 quid?
£40,
Yeah,
yeah.
30, 40 quid.
Yeah.
So, all right, I'll come back in a moment. Let's go and get a price. You carry on looking at it.
That's a sort of a classical frieze, which is quite interesting. It's sort of a Greco-Roman sort of type frieze. A frieze like that originally would have been on some Greek temple. That's how designs like that were first carved.
That won't be that old, will it?
No, that's a copy. It's inspired by
Yeah.
the Greek frieze. If you look at the detail of the head, for instance, they're very crudely done. So that's a sort of imitation
What
of...
sort of age are we looking at for that?
Oh, that would be no more than sort of 30, 50 years
Oh, right,
old.
okay.
Yeah. Whereas if that had been right, that would have been 5000 BC. And would be in a museum, not in a place like this.
We live in hope.
We do.
Well, we can have the barrel and that napkin vase for 25 euros the pair. 25 euros works out to about for 17 pounds.
Ah, bargain. Yeah.
Bargain spotted.
Mark Franks, funnier than a barrel load of monkeys, and that's £17 for the pair. Well, we're coming up to the halfway stage, so let's take stock of how our teams are faring. Kerry and Jonty have taken quite a few bites out of their £350 budget and now only have £150 left to spend, while Deborah and Mark have been much more cautious and still have £213 burning a hole in their money belt. I think Kerry and Jonty could do well with this old sewing table, which they snapped up for £5. For just £10, they've also landed themselves an inkwell and pen holder with that maritime theme so typical of Marseille. Deborah and Mark have done well with some retro purchases, including a 70s-style orange lamp, which at just £8 should brighten their day, and a £21 Perspex magazine rack that should clearly make a profit. Now remember, all this stuff has to be sold back in the UK, where our contestants will compete to see who can drum up the biggest profits from their £350 worth of purchases. But will they hold their nerve when their buyers aren't budging?
The money is on the table.
I know that the money is on the table, and I know how much this is potentially worth.
And do the girls have a good head for figures?
They only made about £6 profit.
Excuse me. No, this is pounds. You have made.
But that's all to come, because there's still plenty of buying to be done here in France. Well, Kerry, Deborah, it's been an absolute scorcher. How have you coped with the heat this morning?
It's been sweltering, actually, but it's been okay. It's been okay. Lots and lots of water and rummaging through lots of stalls.
Yeah, hot, very hot. It's made it a bit harder, because I find it hard to concentrate when it's so hot, but yeah, it's lovely. It's better than rain.
Well, look, here's an opportunity to add something else to your stalls, because we've got the bonus item here. Now, let me tell you what this is. It's made out of rosewood, chrome and glass. It's Art Deco, and it's a very posh bread basket, because the French would have cut up those long bread sticks that they have, the baguettes, chopped them up, and the bread would have gone on that in the centre of the table. Now, they're very collectible at the moment, anything Art Deco. So what do you think I paid for this? In pounds. Whoever gets the closest will get this as a bonus item. Kerry?
£30.
Deborah?
See, I think a little bit more. I think maybe 45.
You're almost on the nose. It was £43. So you win. It'll go on your stall when we're back in the United Kingdom. And whatever you get for that, it's pure profit.
Well, that's a bonus. I love that.
There's 2 hours left to shop, and Mark is keeping a close eye on the time.
What about that clock?
Oh, I like
Very
that.
50s.
Yeah. Oh, that'd look really nice in my kitchen.
In your kitchen?
Yeah.
Right, let's get one thing straight. Remember what Angela said? We're buying to sell on for a profit.
I know, but I think that will be desirable.
I agree.
Yeah.
Combien le pendu, s'il vous plaît?
30 euros. 30 euros.
30. 20 quid. It's not bad, but I think we could do a bit better. It's got a thermometer on the bottom of it as well. Why don't you ask me if they'll take the van? Say, je voudrais van, s'il vous plaît?
Van, s'il vous plaît.
20.
Oui.
C'est bon.
Ça va.
Merci.
C'est bon, yeah. See? The pretty face does it every time.
Voilà.
You have to give him a kiss, though, as well.
Merci.
Et les sous?
Well, that's one way of sealing a deal. I reckon Deborah will need a lie down after all that excitement. But Kerry and Jonty have beaten her to it.
One bed.
That's
We've got
fantastic.
the headboard, the footboard, the side rails, it's all there. It's a mere 30 quid.
Get it. Go, go.
You're gonna
Quick.
buy it?
Yeah,
We're
definitely.
gonna buy it?
Yeah, got to.
But when you're checking out a bed like this, is it wide enough?
Right,
Is it wide enough to be a double bed? Because 19th century bedsteads tended to be a lot narrower,
Right, okay.
simply because we were a lot shorter and there was no central heating.
Right.
There was also a lot of children as well.
No, I wonder why.
I digress. But this is a very typical French form. You've got these 3 panels here
Okay.
and this reeded sides, which is all sort of has classical referencing here.
And is this typically from this area?
Not necessarily so. Beds like this appear all over France. It's a very typical French form
Right.
with these broad side rails. In England, we never had side rails like this,
Right.
but they're really decorative. So you actually fit the mattress and the divan above that
Right.
side rail.
Yeah,
so
it's
that's
lovely.
pure decoration.
What do you think of this, Mark?
What a great colour. And the bottom is clear. That's quite funky, isn't it?
Yeah, I like that.
Very nice. What about that? Murano. Now, Murano is a group of islands off of Italy. It's a touristy thing, but they do make fantastic glass. And again, if you look at the edge there, you can see the clear glass
Yes.
and also the blue. So there's more to it than meets the eye. Got original sticker on it, which helps hugely. That's not bad. But I'll tell you what I really like. A little tiny bronze plaque. And it's 2 guys with a sort of distinctive 1940s feel about it, the long shorts. Now, if we get a few items together, then we get discount. What do we like?
Discount.
Exactly. Madame, combien le dernier machin puis pour ça, avec ça and ça?
80 euros.
80, that's 80 euros, roughly 60 quid.
C'est 80.
It's possible for a bon dernier prix for a beautiful lady. That's good, 35 quid. Madame, you have a deal. Thank you, merci beaucoup. Give her the money.
At 38 quid for the lot, all 3 of those items should turn a tidy profit back at the UK market.
So we've got a bedstead here that's 1926 and it's filthy dirty. It's really, really dirty.
That will clean.
But underneath it all will be a lovely, lovely dense walnut, which will really shine. This is a definite collectible. Not a rejectable, and I'm not going to take this lying down. Let's buy it quick.
Let's get it.
Well, Kerry and Jonty are certainly not slouching in the spending stakes and now have less than £100 to go. There's no rest for me either because I've got to choose a prize for whichever sister manages to make the most money on her purchases. This antique shop near the old port might just do the trick. This is a shop that specialises in maritime antiques and maps of this whole area of Provence. So, as a prize, I've chosen this. And this map is a particularly fine example of cartography. It was made in 1705 by a very famous French mapmaker called Nicolas de Fer. And it shows Marseille here and the whole of this region of Provence as it was in the early 1700s. And I think that either of our contestants today would love to have this on the wall because they can look at it and say, that's where I went to the market in Marseille. So I feel sure that either of them will love to have this as a prize. Back in the market, Kerry and Jonty are starting to feel the pressure.
Find something.
Now, look at the time, look at the time. We've got less than an hour to go.
How's the buying going, Jonty? Doing well? This is absolutely Aladdin's cave of fantastic stuff. Look, everywhere you look.
What's down here?
Come on, Jonty. You must be able to find a bargain somewhere.
So much stuff, nothing to buy.
Come on, I've found something really exciting.
What, that awful cupboard?
Nice cupboard. No, not that. This, look. How about that?
Well,
What do you think?
yeah, I do like it.
The question I'm going to ask you, right, is have you been to antique fairs and car boot sales in England?
Yes.
Have you ever seen one of these for sale?
No.
They're very difficult to get in England. In France, they're all over the place, and they're normally lots of money. This one, sort of late 70s, but it would have been in a bar. This is not one for home. It's really well made, really sturdy. And I'll tell you what, I would love to have this at home.
So would my
Spare
husband.
bedroom, that, with a computer screen there, widescreen TV. Oh, fantastic.
Mark obviously reckons he can score well with that table, but Jonty really needs to get his eye back on the ball. The final whistle's not far off now.
If that had been terracotta, that would be quite interesting.
It would have been bronze, it would have been really interesting.
I do like it, I like it lots, but I wouldn't want it in my house.
Whoa, 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 whoa. We're not here to furnish your house. We're here to buy and sell to make a profit. Remember that?
Yes.
Right, it's 300 euros, which is a lot of money. It's 200 quid, roughly.
Would that not be putting all of our eggs into one basket?
A little bit.
Right.
I think you should see if you can get some big discount.
I'll go and barter and try my best.
Right, I'll just examine it. Go on, off you go.
That's nice, but I can't believe that. That's 80 quid.
I think they're really quirky then.
I'm not sure whether I like that.
No?
No, pass.
Oh!
Excuse me, have you seen any bargains around here?
Can't score for a toffee, look.
Sorry?
Come on, you blues.
Mark, what on
2-0.
earth are you doing?
Checking it works properly, that's all. How'd you get on?
Well, I've really tried my very best, used all my charms.
Did you do all that flattening your eyelids?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? What'd he say?
Well, he's dropped the price.
Go on.
200 euros.
You've knocked 70 quid off. You've got it down to 140 quid.
I think we should go for it. I think there's definitely a market for it. Boys and the toys.
Hooray. OK, well, I'll carry on checking its condition, and you go and pay the money, yeah?
2 minutes.
2 minutes, OK.
Okay.
And into extra time now. 2 minutes to go. Will they score? Chelsea scores!
Well, Mark's obviously feeling pretty cocky about that purchase, but what's this? Have Kerry and Jonty finally found something to put them back in the game?
It's all covered in old receipts. What dates have we got here? 1927.
That's lovely.
And there's all French receipts as well, all the French addresses. And there's that music sheets down at the bottom as well.
Have a look.
I mean, it's just a bit of fun.
Yeah,
it's
it's
probably no
lovely,
more than 1920s, but I love the way these, what you think
do.
are
I
drawers,
think it's
just
lovely.
like fold down
Yeah.
like so, which instantly tells you that it's not English. And it's really different. And of course, the big giveaway is all this lovely French
lovely,
writing around
isn't
the
it? It's
outside.
lovely.
And it's got that sort of faded look about it. I quite like that.
I do. It's original, isn't it?
Yeah. Now, what's he worth? What's he worth?
To me,
Because you've got to kind of work backwards. You've got to kind of work backwards to think,
What could
how
we
much
sell
can you
it
sell it for?
Well, easily £50. We could easily ask £50 for it, couldn't we?
Yeah, but I think we do a bit more than that. I think if you asked around the £80 mark, definitely under the £100 mark.
Definitely. It's lovely.
Do you like it?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah?
Mark, what do you think
You've got me a
of
glass
these?
of wine. Lovely. 1940s, 1950s. Got all the lines running down the side. And what a lot of them. Going to come to a pretty penny. How much you got left?
25 euro?
And then we're spent up.
Yeah, that's it.
We'll try. Monsieur, bonjour. Je voudrais le prix pour le toute glace à verre. Oui.
Ça va faire 50.
35 quid. 50 euros. We've got half that.
Try your best.
Give them a nice smile. Go on.
Aha! That's the same dealer that gave them a 50% discount on the water dispenser. Maybe lightning'll strike twice.
So, 150 euros.
Are you sure you can't do it for 100?
You want
on,
no more friends?
120?
I can do 130.
130.
Yeah, it's
That makes it about the £80 mark.
Do it.
OK.
It's possible. 25. Our money is... Show them the money. They like seeing the money. Quick, get it out. We have 25 and our money is fini.
I don't care.
Ah, bon. Merci beaucoup, monsieur.
Well, Kerry and Jonty got there in the end, and both teams finished strongly after some hard haggling.
Excellent news. We have spent all our money.
Yeah. Spent up.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. I'm going to treat you to a coffee. Come
Oh,
on.
yes.
Never mind the coffee, why not put those wine glasses to proper use? At 17 quid, they're brimming with potential profit, while a good return on that £88 cabinet will be music to Kerry's ears. So we've reached the end of a hectic day in Marseille. Remember, our contestants had £350 each, with a minimum of 10 items to buy. Kerry and Jonty crossed the finishing line with a healthy total of 17 items, while Deborah and Mark just pipped them with 18. I'm not too sure about Kerry's iron chandelier at £10, but I reckon she might be onto a winner with that children's cupboard. Deborah and Mark's £15 yellow clock is a sunny proposition. But I think that football table's a big risk at a whopping £143. Well, by the look of it, neither of you believe that small is beautiful. I mean, you just have had a most terrific day in the big things that you've bought. But what do you think of the market? I got the feeling it was a tough day, Jonty.
It was really busy in the morning, but by lunchtime they'd all disappeared. So as the cliche goes, it was really a sort of market of two halves. And then we went indoors into the big building where it was stuffed full of antiques. But it was quite hard going from there on in.
Yes, but did you find anything that you think is really going to do well back at home?
This.
What is it?
We're not sure.
That's a very, very good question.
But obviously you think you're going to make a profit out of it.
Yeah, I think so, definitely. This is my baby.
That's your baby?
Yeah.
And Deborah, where did you find this?
Well, this is one of Mark's jewels that he found for us.
Only because he wants to play with it, of course.
Boys on the toys.
Oh, I thought I'd have a go with Jonty. Whoever wins has won. Simple as that, really.
And you've also got the cigarette, what is it, a cigarette holder?
Dispenser, yes, that's
This is your
Debbie's
favourite,
choice.
isn't it?
Yeah, it is my choice. I love it. I think it's quirky, unusual. There's someone out there to buy that.
And it's musical.
Yeah, just don't sing along with it. But that was what you wanted at the beginning of the day, wasn't it? You said you were looking for things that were unusual and quirky, and you've definitely got it. But do you think you're going to make a profit out of these, Mark?
Well, I'm not sure about that. That's down to Debbie. It is musical, so that's a bonus, but table football, every single man in Britain will be thinking, oh, I'd like that to play with my friends. Fantastic. I can see Jonty looking enviously at my table football game. Baby foot, definite profit.
Right.
We've got £70 discount on it.
Wow. Well, that's a head start. But the next time, of course, you see all of these bits and pieces, they will be on sale. You will be not buying, but selling at a market in Britain. And we'll see you there. Back in the UK, we're at Newstead Abbey in Nottinghamshire, which used to be the home of that rakish, romantic English poet, the one who was mad, bad and dangerous to know, Lord Byron. But there's going to be no hanky-panky today, not for Kerry and Deborah, because they're going to be much too busy selling on all of those things that they bought in the French markets and hopefully making a profit, because, of course, whoever ends up with most money in the money bags, they'll be the winner. So let's get selling. The first task is to set up shop and unwrap all the goodies. The sisters honed their haggling skills in France, but now it's time to lay out their wares and bring in the buyers.
Probably the best way of having them, you see the way they're situated there?
Yeah, OK.
The scrolls go up in there.
Are we to leave them on the table?
Yeah.
Well, I've got to say, that football table looks fab there, doesn't it?
It is, in the sunshine, it's looking lovely.
Looks better than that dingy old place it was in, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What we do need, though, is to be looking out for young people or money people to buy that, because a lot of our eggs are in that one basket.
I know.
Well, the day gets off to a slower start than the girls hoped.
Come and have a look. Got some lovely stuff. Oh, come on, ignore them.
This market's a very different kettle of fish from the one back in Marseille, and drumming up good business could be tough. Still, at least they're keeping their spirits up.
Are you interested in anything in particular?
Finally, they lure in some potential punters, but sealing the deal is tough going.
I was looking for £20 for that. What about 13?
Worth looking.
Yep.
And over at Kerry's stall, they're not biting either.
That's anybody with a Pisces birthday, that.
Exactly, I'll keep that in mind now, you see.
Oh, come on, girls. You need to reel them in a bit better than that.
We're looking for £50 for that.
Bit steep for her. Ah, here's Jonty to demonstrate how to do it.
How much are we asking for this?
15.
£15.
Yeah.
Madam, you have to buy this. £15.
Yeah.
You've got to buy it.
It is a
It's a bargain.
Yeah.
Will you do 12?
I can't. It's got to be 15.
There's only one like this in the whole market, you realise, in the whole of the country.
Go on.
Go on then.
Right, we've got a sale. Yay!
First sale of the day.
First sale. Brilliant.
Right, let's see.
Finally, Kerry has made her first sale of the day, but has she checked her figures properly?
I only made about £6 profit.
Excuse me. No, this is pounds. You have made. You have just made a £5 loss. Hooray!
No.
I'm glad I'm here. Right, let's get you sorted out.
I thought it was you.
So, a spot of currency confusion means that Kerry actually made a £5 loss on her glass dispenser. That's a mistake she won't be making again in a hurry.
Guess who's made the first sale?
Oh, no. Did you make a big profit? No.
Deborah's gloating, but has she got any money in the kitty? Not yet.
Do you collect cats as a rule?
No, I'm all dogs.
Oh, right,
actually,
right.
So I'm often after cats. But,
Right.
sort of, yeah.
There was such a tragic story about this chap,
Oh,
wasn't it?
was, yes, he went mad, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, yeah.
Yeah, and it shows in the cat's eyes.
Yes.
Meanwhile, Kerry is determined to make up for her earlier miscalculation by making a splash with her fishy inkwell.
I wanted 14 for that.
11 perhaps.
11.50.
Go on then.
Yeah, brilliant.
good. Yeah, well,
Brilliant.
if you're gonna
I'll wrap it. I will wrap it up for you, and I'll put it in a bag.
A tiddler of a profit there, but every bit counts.
15.
I was looking for a little bit more than that, perhaps 20.
Split it 18.
18?
Yeah, let's go
Sure.
for that. Yeah, brilliant. Thanks.
Deborah's like the cat that's got the cream.
My first sale.
Those prints have sold for twice their original price, putting Deborah ahead by a whisker. But next door, Kerry's about to narrow the gap.
Yeah, really nice. I think the sun makes it look better.
It does. I thought.
Does it
Look,
think
you know
once
the
it's
crystal
washed?
marbles or something.
Yeah, I'd love this, yeah. I'll take that.
How much?
Well, I want 25 for it. What?
15,
You hard? 18.
17. And that's it.
Right, 17, and it's yours. Okay. You've stole them off me.
Well, not exactly a steal. That's still a tidy £3 profit. The girls are starting to shift their stock, but they're not making the huge profits that they were hoping for.
It's been hard.
Tough, is it?
Yeah, very tough, very tough.
But what about the things you're selling? Are you shifting those things that you particularly liked?
The thing that I really liked myself hasn't sold, my lovely cigarette holder. Not many people have shown interest in it, unfortunately.
Kerry, what about you?
I've sold my two favourite pieces. The table centre, the crystal, French crystal, and the hexagonal water... Well, we couldn't decide what it was, but water butt, some kind of water butt.
But you've obviously got people that have come back, hopefully, and buy some of the other things.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
all a bit
Yeah.
later in the day. Maybe when
I
it gets a
think
bit
so.
cooler.
Well, I think when it gets a little bit cooler, when they think they're going to get a real bargain.
But you've got that determined look on you.
Well,
so are you
yeah.
going to sell it for anything, or are you just going to stick out for a good price?
Well, I'm
Well, you
trying
gotta
for good price.
Good price first.
Yeah.
And if all comes,
Or if
then
all
we'll-
else fails,
Yeah.
we'll have to go for broke.
Yeah.
You're going to clear the table.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good luck, girls.
Thank you.
So, for the moment, the sisters are going to keep their prices high, but how long will they be able to hold out?
Are you interested? I mean, I'm open to negotiations on the price, if you want to haggle with me.
15.
Oh, it's a little bit low for me. What about 18.50? A little way between.
It looks nice, don't it? I agree with it, but it is new. I feel better at 17.
17.50 and it's yours.
There you go.
That's great, thank you.
Well, another tub-thumpingly good profit for Deborah there. And Kerry's iron chandelier is starting to look like a bright prospect.
To take the wires out and actually I'd put candles in because I thought it'd look really, really nice. You're not just hung over a table or something.
Yes, it's very nice.
Really nice.
How much is it?
Well, I want £18 for it. I think it's a bargain.
You take 12,
Oh no, I can't take 12.
13.
Go on, it's yours. Okay. That's brilliant.
Well, it may look like a heap of scrap, but someone saw the potential in that chandelier, making Kerry a £3 profit.
I think you'd like this in your house, wouldn't you?
Yeah. How much is it?
Costs
not big enough.
£200.
Whoa. Good.
So do you want to go and ask your parents? See if you can buy it? £200?
Wow. Can we have £200? £200 for this, please. Well done.
Well, I I guess their pocket money just doesn't stretch to Deborah and Mark's hefty asking price. Meanwhile, Jonty has pinned me down to show me some rather intriguing collectibles.
These pin cushions, the Victorian had an obsession with pin cushions, and they come in all shapes and sizes. And here we've got a lovely little collection.
These would have been on a lady's dressing table, would they? Because
Yes.
they're hat pin
That's right.
cushions, aren't
Yeah.
they?
But
Hat pins themselves presumably quite collectible too.
certainly. So we've got the two areas here. We've got the pin cushion holders as well as the hat pins. Now look at him. He's such great fun.
Isn't
look
he
at him.
wonderful?
Yeah.
Look at him with the
Yeah.
glasses perched on the
Yeah.
end of his nose and
It's
that
sort of-
lovely cap.
He looks like a studious Humpty Dumpty.
He does, doesn't he?
Yeah.
But look, I love this, the tassel on the back
Yeah.
of his hat. He should have a burgundy smoking jacket to go with that, shouldn't he?
And that's the Victorian obsession to detail. It's there's so much going on here.
and animals too, and shoes.
Now this is a silver pin cushion here. They're highly collectible. They were made in Britain, and particularly animals in the form of a pin cushion like this.
Whoever had this one, though, didn't have very many hats, because look, it's only got tiny little cushion on the back.
And of course they come in, as I explained, in many shapes and sizes, and they come as grand as a piano.
Oh, look at that, look, it's actually got little piano keys. And a tiny
Yeah.
piece of music there, look, as
Yeah.
well. How silly.
Well, there's sort of humour in something like this
What
as
have we
well.
got under here? Oh, there.
Well, that's your jewellery box, you see,
Yeah.
sitting on a dressing table. It all kind of makes perfect sense because you put your jewellery on the inside and your hairpins on the top.
And what sort of money are we talking about for these
Let's have a look.
collectibles?
Let's have a look. Well, the silver ones here, these are really sort of like £50 to £300. So you'd be amazed if you got one of these put in a little drawer somewhere. You'd be amazed how much it might be worth because there are many collectors for these sorts of things. And the piano is £125 for a grand piano. That can't be bad, can it?
Not bad at all. Back at the stalls, business is hotting up. Deborah makes £10 pure profit on the bonus item that she won in France, but does even better with her Perspex magazine holder, which makes a whopping £11 profit. Well, Kerry's sewing table doesn't do too shabbily either, bagging her a £5 profit. Deborah's favourite purchase doesn't exactly set the world on fire, making a £6 loss, while Mark's rival purchase clocks up exactly the same. I'd say that's quits, wouldn't you guys? Both sisters still need to score with their most expensive items, though, and every pound is going to count. Unlike all the other stall holders at the market, our teams only have one day to make their sales. Kerry and Jonty launch a charm offensive on a family to get rid of their last items.
What do we do with something like that, really? You know.
While Deborah is trying to twist a trader's arm to offload that football table.
This gentleman has most kindly offered to purchase our lovely football table.
200 quid, get his money, put it in the bag.
But hang on a minute, £200, what do you think? I'm Rothschild or any other?
So it's a cabinet that has to be about 100 years old.
Right. And made out of what?
There's probably every likelihood it might be an oak or a natural, probably more of a natural timber, because it had those sort of Art Nouveau lines.
I've got a shop in London, and in my shop, I would get between £250 and £350 for this.
Well, I am only a poor market trader, okay?
Oh, yeah.
And on my stall,
Yeah.
if I was to say that this genuine article is probably worth 50 quid, top
You've
end.
had too much sun.
Oh,
Go
no,
have a lay
come
down in the
on.
shade. Go on.
These are actually old invoices.
Everything is old invoices and music sheets.
Cost us almost 100 quid.
It did.
Where could we put it? We haven't got any.
You worry about that later.
Go on then, I'll have it for 20 quid.
Good man.
Right. I'm in trouble now.
Why? You can put your underpants in it.
I have got here a genuine £50. Look at this. You don't see this printed off my back pocket, straight out the bank today. I'll put it on the table there. You have got it.
Come and look at this. Do you like this?
It's pine,
What
but I
do you
don't like to
reckon,
say
sir?
how old it is. Very
Can I
old.
sell it? Do you like this? Nice, isn't it? Sold to the gentleman.
You're a gem.
Guess who's going to...
Well, Jonty's shameless appeal to that younger buyer has got his dad reaching for his wallet again.
Right.
I'm going to go and cry in a corner. On your head, be it.
Well, I really don't want to sell it
Money's
for
on the
that sort of
table.
money.
The
I
money
know-
is on the table.
I know that the money is on the table, and I know how much this is potentially worth.
Well, OK, do we pick it up and take it away or what?
I guess you have to just put it in my hand. unfortunately.
Well, there you go.
With reluctance, I shall accept.
A whopping £93 loss was clearly not the result that Mark was after for his beloved table. Both teams took a gamble on some expensive purchases, and they've been forced into selling them at massive discounts.
No, pleasure doing business with you.
The customer's small, but the losses certainly aren't. Kerry and John Teep lost a whopping £88 on their last two items, but at least they've managed to sell up all their wares. Mark is determined not to be outdone, though, so he's rounded up some familiar faces.
We need to sell it. There's some stuff there, and there's still a profit in it. So, can I interest you?
This lot, it does include the table that it's on, so that's quite good too.
I'll tell you what we're going to do, right? Rather than me naming my price, how about you name your price?
What shall we say? £20?
20, yeah.
It's up to you.
I think we should.
Give us your money.
Oh, good girl.
Okay, well
Thank you.
done. All right, deal.
Deborah, we're spent up. Give us a hug. Well done. Hot bath?
No, cool.
Well, they lost a few pennies on that final batch, but they've successfully cleared their stall. So, at the end of the day, which items brought home the bacon and which left our teams hungry? Kerry's biggest earner was the old sewing table, which doubled its money by selling for £10. While the biggest loss was the cabinet, which sold for a mere £20, nowhere near its £88 cost price. Deborah did well with the stylish Perspex magazine rack, which made a cool £11 profit. But letting Mark talk her into buying that football table was a costly mistake. £93 down the drain. The big question now is, which sister has managed to rack up the most profits from their £350 spend? Well, Kerry and Deborah, I have to say I'm impressed, because an hour ago you were still frantically selling, and suddenly the cupboard is bare. But I think you find it hard going.
It has been hard, yeah. We've had to try hard.
Well, that's what the game is all about, but there have been disappointments as well, haven't there?
It really wasn't a furniture selling day today. I think the heat just got the better of the buyers today.
Well, someone's gone away with a few bargains today, John.
Yeah, somebody's loss is somebody's gain. That's a positive spin that I have to put on today.
Oh, there we are, ever the optimist. Deborah, how about you?
Yeah, we had to let one or two things go.
Looking the other way.
For absolutely nothing, but, you know, it was, all in a day's work.
Can I just say one thing? Everything she sold, she done really well on, apart from one night we won't mention.
We won't mention, but which was?
Our football table, unfortunately.
Oh, yes. Well, now's the point where I have to tell you who is the winner. Well, I can tell you that, I mean, it was a tough sale today, really tough market, and I think you did really well, Kerry. You managed to sell £200 worth.
Okay.
Well done, terrific. Deborah, you managed £265 worth. So you are the winner.
Brilliant.
Congratulations.
Never mind.
And this is your prize.
Oh, fantastic.
Congratulations. It's a map of Marseille and the whole of Provence where you were buying your antiques. And, well, we just thought it would be lovely to put on your wall and say, every time you look at it, that's the scene of my triumph. So congratulations.
Thank you very much.
And you
It's
didn't think you were
wonderful.
going to win, did you?
No, I really thought Kerry had got the better of me, but no, she hasn't. So I'm really, really chuffed.
You've both done incredibly well. Thanks very much indeed. And also to our experts as well.
Yeah,
Thanks for your
Great fun.
terrific efforts today and in France. That's actually all we've got time for today, but I hope you'll join us when we're back next. Until then, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.